Hello lovely people, welcome to the Geek Cupboard, I am Penge, and welcome to Base 1, which is a game where we build ourselves a network of space stations, and then we have to manage them. So we need to look after the people living on them, which means we need to make sure there's things like heating and water and such like, and oxygen, that's quite important, let's not forget oxygen, that's quite useful in making sure people, don't die a bit. And then we have to prepare defences against things like asteroids and space pirates and other space baddies, I imagine. And the ultimate goal of this very exciting space endeavour is to find something called the solution, because, bad news everybody, a huge wormhole has appeared close to Earth and has sort of eaten a big bit of the moon, which is all quite inconvenient really, and this has caused earthquakes and tidal waves and all sorts of terrible things to happen down on our lovely planet Earth. It's all gone a little bit wrong and wonkaloids down on Earth, so it's our job as brave space explorers to go boldly through this wormhole and explore what is on the other side. And to do that we're going to need our space stations as sort of staging points, I suppose. So we're off on a mission to save mankind, which is all very exciting. I mean, it seems like quite a worthwhile venture. Base 1 is out on Steam right now. It came out today, I believe. If you're interested, there's a link to the Steam store page in the video description below. If you want to go and take a look, then you can do so. And we were given a key by the devs, which is very nice. So thank you, devs. That's very kind of you indeed. Anyhow, enough talking. Mankind is in peril. Let's head off to space and see what we can do about that. So we're going to take a look at the campaign in Base 1, because there is a story in this game that I would like to know more about. But there is also a custom game mode, if that's your thing, which is sort of like a sandbox, I suppose. So you can customize the game and make it as easy as hard as you like. You survive for a certain amount of days and then the game is done. And that's absolutely fine. But we are going to look at the campaign because I want to know what happens. I want to know how humanity deals with this particular crisis. Now, I have done the tutorial. That was nice and easy. We were floating about above Earth and we just did the very basics of the game. And now we are ready to fly through the wormhole. We've got ourselves loads of ships, a great big fleet of ships. Thousands of people are on these ships waiting to explore through the wormhole and see what is on the other side. So let us begin the arrival mission and see how it goes.
Earth, the cradle of humanity, our common home. You gave us life, food, and technology. We have grown. We have built shining cities to the heavens. We have risen up to great heights and fallen down to the depths. And we have traversed the path of war and suffering. Now, all this can disappear, turn to dust. Disaster struck us 14 years ago. Space seemed to be turned inside out. A huge, luminous funnel appeared near the moon. It grew rapidly, turning into a giant whirlpool. It was a wormhole. It radiated with the strongest gravity. Huge chunks began to break off from the moon. They slowly floated through space and disappeared in the center of the funnel. The moon lost some of its mass. A wave of cataclysms passed over the entire surface of the Earth. Giant waves flooded many coastal cities. Sleeping volcanoes awakened, and earthquakes began. The gravity of the wormhole partially compensated for the loss of the moon's mass, and everything gradually subsided. But the damage was incredible. Cities lay in ruins. The economies of entire countries were destroyed. As we began to heal wounds and rebuild our cities, humanity gradually came to its senses. We began to research the wormhole and learned a lot. But along with the knowledge came the terrible truth. Over time, the moon will be destroyed, and with it, life on Earth will disappear. Soon, dozens of automatic ships and satellites were sent into the wormhole. The best minds of mankind studied the data for months on end, and suddenly it turned out that this was a door to another world, to a world at the other end of the galaxy. Yes, it was hope. To find a new home, start all over again. Who knows what awaited us there, beyond? Maybe this is a chance to become more than we are, a chance to get answers to our eternal questions. Who are we, and where do we come from? And so we built a fleet, a great fleet, with millions of tons of metal shining in the sun. and 2,000 hearts on board. We entered the wormhole and traveled through space. We were ready for what was next.
So here we go, and there is our wonderful little space station. And it looks wonderful there against the backdrop of space. That looks very pretty. It's a very pretty game. But here we go. Episode 1, Arrival. We have arrived at the Hope System. We're 100,000 kilometres away from the wormhole, which you can see there very clearly. But also, I can't help but notice there's quite a lot of bits around the place. A lot of space bits. What is going on? Okay, we have an incoming call from Henry Hogman. Henry, what is happening? You're the chief engineer of Heraclids. Okay, what is happening? I think Heraclids was one of the ships that came through with us. Oh my god, you're alive. I thought there was nobody left. How many of you survived? Is anyone injured? Oh dear. Right, I'm assuming that things have gone a bit wrong. There's 4 of us left. Everything is okay for now. What happened? It's a good question, Henry Hogman. What has happened? It seems there is nothing left of Heraclids. Oh dear. Right, so that ship that he was on has kind of, exploded a bit or whatever. Only a small group survived, 2 freighters, and your team. 1 ship is heavily damaged. Well, it's not clear what to do with it. The Carnegie, unfortunately, didn't survive. Right, okay, so things have gone very, very badly indeed. It seems that humanity's first trip through an interstellar phenomena has not gone entirely according to plan. This is somewhat unfortunate. Okay, so the Carnegie had communications equipment on it. Is it possible to use it to establish a connection with Earth? I mean, it says there it didn't survive, but okay, maybe. Henry seems quite knowledgeable on things. I think you can try to assemble a transceiver module. A small part of the wreckage has been thrown out of the wormhole. It seems to be Heraclids. If we examine it, perhaps then we will find something useful. Okay, so what's the plan, Henry? Henry seems to be in charge. He seems to be the person who is leading this doomed mission, I suppose. I guess maybe as the chief engineer, he is the most senior person left. I'm not entirely sure. So he's saying we need to check all the debris. We also need to check on one of the freighters, but so far we can't move. Our control and navigation are damaged. Will you check the debris? In the hub, there should be enough construction kits for assembly, hangar module, and launching the probe. While you get started on this, we will evaluate the condition of the ships. Okay, so his plan is he's going to check on the current, status of the fleet, and we're going to look at all the debris, the bits and bobs which did once make up other bits of the fleet. So yes, we're going to have to go and check out all of the space rubble. Okay, yeah, sure, will do. And here we are. This is our wonderful little space station, and it looks really nice. There's a lot of detail going on in this game. In the background, we can see the wormhole through which we made our now ill-fated journey, I would say. And yeah, there's quite a lot of space bits lying around over there. That is a lot of junk, yes. Things have gone quite sensationally wrong. And yeah, there's all these bits here with question marks floating over them. I guess these are the bits that we need to go and scan with a probe or whatever. There's some rocks over there that are glowing blue. That's very nice. Some more bits and bobs over here going on. Is there anything over this side? There's some more junk. There is a spaceshipy type thing there that is... yeah, that's looking a little bit worse for wear. I mean, that's venting stuff. That is venting stuff into space. I'm no spaceship engineer, but I think that if a spaceship is venting stuff into space, that is probably quite bad. I mean, those holes look quite small. That down there looks quite big. That looks quite big. There's a lot of stuff getting out there. We're going to need an awful lot of duct tape, to sort that out. That is going to need quite the repair job. Okay. Fine. I mean, things have gone a little bit wrong. Let's have a look at what's going on here. So this is the space station. This is the hub of the station. And so what we've got to do is we've got to set up a small kind of outpost, if you like. So we need to get life support in place. We need some solar panels for some power. We need a hangar. I think the hangar is where we're going to host the probes. And then we need a battery. And then we need an ELD device. So the ELD devices are kind of like life support. They provide oxygen and heat and such like to certain places. Okay, and then... if we have a look at who we've actually got on board. Now, unfortunately, I cannot confirm that Spacebar is paused because Spacebar centers us on the actual hub of the space station, which is a bit of a shame, so Spacebar isn't paused. So we'll press the pause button manually rather than using Spacebar. Boo. But here we go. So who have we got? We've got Celia Barmer. Celia is a technician. And then we've got Sandy Simmons, who is a technician. And then we've got Erica Ushak, who's an operator. Hang on, You're a technician, and you're an operator. So we've got 2 technicians and 1 operator. At the moment, the operator is the only one that seems to be doing anything. They're sat at a console of very important looking screens, although it says here they're doing nothing. Yeah, I don't know if we're actually doing anything at all. Okay, I mean, let's get some stuff done. So we need to do these two things first. Small life support and solar panels. Let's get these in. So let's go up to here. I mean, we'll specify those to be built at the same time. We might as well. So life support, that seems quite important. So maybe we should get that in. So what happens is when you place it in line with the little sort of doorway bits, and then you can make it either short, or if you want to, you can make it kind of go out quite a long way. I think with life support, we'll have that a bit nearer, because it seems important. If something goes wrong in the life support module type thing, you probably want to get there a little bit speedy. So let's build that over there. So there we go. We get like a wireframe thing in place, and then when we unpause it, somebody will go and build that. But let's also get the solar panels into place. So these things will gather lovely, lovely sunlight and turn it into power. And there is a day-night cycle. So when the sun comes round the planet, then we'll actually get power. And then when it goes to nighttime, we'll have no power, as would make sense. Right, and how about we put those on... I don't know, it doesn't really matter, I don't think. We'll put them here. They can go out a long way. They can go out as far as it can go. So we can attach other kind of modules onto that. So if we then build that over there... And then, yes, then we can attach things onto this kind of long arm that's sticking out that way. But there we go. Right, so now, I think if we come out of that and we press play, we should see people getting these spacesuits on. So if we take a little look around, there's a spacesuit there, and there is, I believe, another spacesuit there. Over here we've got some sort of, what's that? That's a repair station. Okay, so that's got repair kit things in. And that there has got some sort of med kit type things in. Oh yeah, this is interesting. Hang on. Where is it? This thing here. This thing here is a shower toilet. So in the future, they've looked at, the individual entity of a shower and looked at the individual entity of a toilet and thought, do you know what? We should combine those together. A shower and a toilet as two separate things? Absolutely not. This is the future. We're going to turn them into one thing. I'm not sure how I feel about a shower toilet. I mean, in the tutorial, it did say that that these get cleaned after every use, which makes sense. I get that. I'm all on board with that. They do need a good scrub after each use. But yeah, I just find it a bit weird. It's a little bit of a weird thing. Just the mechanics of what goes on in there is just a little bit obscure. But okay, it's fine. It's the future. We now have shower toilets. That is the way it is. So right, if we press play, we should... There we go. So whoever you are, Celia, who's a technician, is going and got a spacesuit on, going down in the little sort of space elevator thing. And she is heading over to this thing. So she's going to float over to here. You're a little bit low at the minute. There you go. Pop up here. Use your space welder, whatever it is. I don't know. Everything is space. Everything is prefixed with space. Spacesuit, space station, space welder. So yeah, you build that. I think at the top we can see. So if we just move time on a tiny bit quicker, that should get done pretty soon. What are you doing? Sandy Simmons, you're also a technician. We do have another... We've got another spacesuit. Could you not have gone out and built the built the solar panels? Could we not have done that at the same time? Or are we just relying on Celia to do the building? Has Celia got a special skill about constructing things? I mean, to me, if I had to guess, I would say that Sandy has glitched out a little bit, because Sandy is just repeatedly walking on the spot. Although, it's important to keep your fitness up in space. Yeah, look, and then Celia's just going back out again. Celia's just heading on back down. Okay, fine. There we go. You just crack on. You go and build this thing. Right, so let's maximise speed. Let's get this thing in, shall we? Just to get ourselves a little bit of power coming in. That's going to be done nice and quick. Okay, lovely. So now, as you can see, we've got solar panels and they rotate around. They move around very slowly. I don't know if that helps or not, but whatever the case, they do. So there we go. So we've got the first two goals done. Now we need to build a hangar, but also we need a battery device and an ELD device, because right now these solar panels, they're generating power, but it's not going anywhere. So we need to actually connect them up to some sort of battery, and then we need the ELD device to take power from the battery and provide heat and oxygen and all those kind of important things that we need to not be dead. So how about let's get those in first. Let's get the battery and the ELD device in first. So they go over here. So in our little life support kind of bay, we've got these 4 slots. So what we can do is we can go to here, and if I remember the tutorial correctly, it should be in here. There we go. So life support. So we can make an ELD, and that is a universal device for supplying 2 modules with oxygen and heat. Because if we look here above this particular module, In there is no oxygen and there is no heat. So in there, people are going to freeze to death and suffocate to death if they don't go in with a spacesuit on. It's generally bad in there, and it'll be the same over here, I believe. Yeah, so over there, in the little kind of solar panel thing, there's no air, and it's freezing cold. So we need to sort that out, and that is what one of these does. So one of those ELD modules actually is able to provide a bit of air and a bit of heat, which is lovely. And it also needs power, and it needs a logistics connection as well, as you can see if we look there. Well, I can't point at it, but just there. It kind of appears at the bottom on those connections. It needs to be connected up to the hub as well to receive various bits and bobs. I assume they plug it into the computers and stuff. So let's get an ELD. So let's pop one of those in there, and then we'll get a battery and put the battery in there. Okay, right. So now they're in. So we should be able to go forth and build those. And let's actually get the hangar set up as well whilst we're here. Station modules, it's not maintenance, it's not power. Is that a hangar? Yeah, no, the hangar wasn't in the tutorial, so this is all Brave New World sort of stuff. Yeah, let's get the hangar over... Oh, I thought we could connect it up to that big long arm, but we can't. It seems we can't connect it up. Okay, fine, we'll put the hangar over here. The hangar can go on this side. So there we go. So now we've got... Have we got two people? Ah, yeah, we go. There we go. So, hang on. I've confused the game. We're in construction mode. Yeah, so our ELD is now complete. It looks like the battery is being worked on by whoever you might be, Celia. So Celia's working on completing that battery. So when that is in, that is wonderful. There we go. Right, so we're getting things in. And has somebody jetted off to do this? Yay, there we go. Whoever you are down there. Who's that? I can't remember your name. Sorry. Sandy. So Sandy is out here floating around in space, and she can finish working on that. So let's just get that done and out of the way. It's actually quite quick. It's quite quick. Those space welders are very, very good. There we go. So we've now built a hangar. Here you can install probe launchers, mining drone launchers, or gas drone launchers. There are only 4 slots in that module. Do not forget to connect heat and oxygen to the module. Otherwise, the probe drone operators will not be able to get to their workplaces. Oh, that's what the operators do. Ah, okay, right. So the operators will go and work things. So the operators go and, pilot the drones around the place, and the technicians go and build stuff. Okay, that's fine. So we need to connect that up. So now what we need to do is, we need to now connect things up to our little life support setup over here. So right now, if we pause time for a second, the solar panels are spinning around, they're gathering sunlight, but it's not going anywhere. We're not doing anything with that particular sunlight. We're just sort of getting it and it's going to waste. So we need to connect those things up to the battery. And then we tell the battery to power this thing here, the little ELD, whatever it's called, the kind of, the oxygen and heat device. And then we tell the oxygen and heat device to actually provide oxygen and heat to wherever we would like. Now, the middle bit always does have heat and oxygen, I believe. I think that bit there is always okay. It's a habitable place, but the other places are not. So I think, do we need to go in there? We don't need to go in there, but we do need to go over here, and it might make sense to have this bit here with an atmosphere as well, so we can, breathe and not freeze to death. So I think we go to there. Right, connection basics. Yeah, I think I hazily remember this. So we want to connect the battery to the solar panels. So now if we move time on, at some point, there we go. A little kind of blippy thing went from the solar panels all the way into the battery. The battery is currently fully powered. There's 1,000 out of 1,000 units of power. So we're charging it up and nothing is happening because it's not connected to anything else. So now we want to say, okay, plug the battery into... Oh, hang on. Do we have to do it the other way around? Hang on. No, come out of that. Not that. There we go. Do we plug that in to there? Is that not... That's not power. Okay, we can't plug that... Right, maybe we don't do it this way. Maybe that's not how you plug that particular thing in. Okay, never mind. Right, come out of that. So now, what we can do is we can say, okay, this thing here needs to provide heat. And it can do that. So we'll connect it up to this room here. So that thing will provide heat. And then also, it needs to provide heat to the hangar. Because if we look there, in fact, we can see it says extremely cold. It's very, very, very cold in the hangar. And then I think if we go to the next layer, oxygen. So we do the same again. We click that and say, can we have some atmosphere in that room, please? And then again, over there. And I assume what happens is there's cables and wires and pipes and things in the station, and it just sort of, doing all this, make sure that we funnel oxygen into the right places and heat and all that kind of stuff. Okay, that's good. Right, then we need logistics. So that thing that generates the heat and the oxygen, I think needs to be plugged into here. So, it's connected up to the computers and such like. So we'll connect that up like that. And then I think it needs power. Now, how this? I don't know how. I thought maybe we just clicked that and clicked onto there, but that's not working that way round. I don't think that doesn't seem to be. It's not enjoying that, is it? Maybe we have to do it the other way round. But no, it's not. It's not plugging in. Hang on, right? There must be a way to do this. There must be a way to connect that up to that thing just there. I've just obviously not quite remembered the tutorial correctly. Okay, there'll be a way to do it. I'll just jab enough buttons and hope it works. Oh, I think it needed the hub connection first. I think the ELD device needed to be connected to the hub. It needed a little kind of green kind of wibbly thing going into it. Because now that's happened, we can connect it up with power. So now that thing, the battery, is sending power into this, and this thing is now generating heat and oxygen. So if we have a look over here as time goes by, if we go to, let's go to oxygen. There, look, there's now 2 out of 20 oxygen in there. So it's low oxygen. You could go in there and survive. And now a little bit more's come in, a little kind of pingy thing has come over on that sort of line there. And this place here, no atmosphere over there, of course, because we've not plumbed that in. And I think it can only cope with 2, can't it? I think it said it can only cope. Hang on, come out of that. Where was it? It's in there and in there. So if we're supplying 2 modules, yes, we can only supply 2. I mean, do we want to get... I kind of feel like we need this bit breathable. We need the bit around the solar panels breathable, just in case something goes wrong over here. And we can go in and fix it, because I imagine that's where all the maintenance stuff is for those. How about we get another one of those in? So build another ELD thingamajig, get that in, and then over here... in the hangar, let's have a little look. What do we need? Station modules. Is that what it is? No, so it must be in devices. That would make sense. Hang on. Industrial. A probe launcher. Holds 1 probe. Must be connected to the station storage. An operator is required. Okay, we'll pop a probe in just there. And then hopefully someone can get on that. But there is an operator. Is that the operator? Oh, the game gets very fussy where you're in construction mode. You try and click on things. Gets cross and tells you off with a beepy noise. Right, an operator has come into here. And you, whoever you might be... no, that's... I can't click on that person. They're unclickable on. There we go. Sandy is working on this. And now that's also complete. Okay, so how about we try and get... So hang on, go to logistics, connect that up to the hub, and we also need to connect, oh crikey, the probe launcher's done as well. The probe is launched using a probe launcher through the hatch in the floor of the module. In order to load the probe into the launcher, connect it through the logistic connection to the hub. I was just doing that game. It is also necessary to connect power to it. An operator is required to control the probe. Over time the probe damages and will need to be replaced. Okay, yeah, I get that. That's absolutely fine. Now we were... trying to do that. Okay, right. Probe scan target. Here you can select the appropriate group of targets for scanning. In auto mode, the probe scans all resources in a row. Okay, so where do we do that? Probe launcher. So we want to scan that, possibly? Is that what we want to do, or do we want to select asteroids? Oh, Henry's... Hi, Henry. Hi, Henry. Sorry, I nearly missed your call. I was very busy dealing with probes and stuff. Okay, Henry, what do you say for yourself? Well done. Our situation isn't good. There is an understatement if ever I heard one, Henry. One freighter is in critical condition. It will have to be completely disassembled, but then we may have enough resources to build a small station. Are you ready to start scanning? Just about, Henry, just about. Just hang on a second. We have another problem. We're low on supplies. There's no food, water, repair kits, and much more. Yes, because of course, our colonists, as well as having oxygen, they need to be able to drink and eat and all the kind of ordinary stuff. Oh, then it's better to search for supplies first. There are a lot of small debris and containers around. Scan those with the probe. There are probably valuable resources there. I only hope the probe doesn't let us down. That sounds good. Begin. Okay, so right, let's get back to what we were doing. We're trying to connect the probe up first, aren't we? So the probe needs to be connected to the hub. And then, oh crikey, probe scanning basics. We'll work it out. We'll press enough buttons, it'll all be fine. Right, and then power battery feed into the probe, please. So that should be okay. And then also, can we have... that's fitting the solar panels. Right, and then we want to go to power to that thing. And then the ELD needs to create heat over there for the solar panels. And it needs to create oxygen for the solar panels. And that one also needs to be linked to the middle. Okay, right, so now we should see the solar panel room getting a sort of an atmosphere. More or less. Yeah, there you go. It's got 4 out of 10 oxygen. So if you go in there, you're going to breathe heavily. It's fine. And now it's acceptable. Okay, that's wonderful. That has worked very well indeed. Okay, so come out of that. So now, here we go. Probe is ready. Right, let's go and do this then. So it's saying scan gas clouds. No, we want to scan everything, don't we? But control panel? What does that do? Oh, hang on. There's a probe. So we've sent a little probe out. Oh, they're really tiny. But it's going over here, and it's searching for resources in this pile of space rubble. Okay, so let's move time on. How is this going to go? What are we going to find? Some useful stuff. Okay, I like that. We've found a repair kit. We found 10 lots of repair kits. Okay, that seems promising. And then it goes back in. I don't know what we do. We pet it on the head. We give it some drink or something. And then it goes back out. Yeah, there we go. Then it's gone back out again. And now it's going to go over there. Right, okay. Let's move time on a little bit, shall we? Because I imagine this is going to take a while. That does look wonderful in the background. It does look very, very exciting indeed. Right, so we found a construction kit M. Don't know what that is. And 100 units of it. Okay, that's good, I suppose. Right, now it's flying over here. So I assume this is going to find one of the other bits and bobs that we need. Search through all these kind of broken bits of spaceship. We found some water. That is useful. We found 100 units of water. Hooray! Right, that's handy. That'll stop us from being dead. And then we go to this one here. Is it going to be spacesuits, D-kits or food? I'm saying D-kits. I'm guessing D-kits, spacesuits. Okay, never mind. Next time it'll be D-kits. Right, we found 4 spacesuits. That's quite useful because they were deteriorating, I think, a little bit. Yeah, spacesuit conditions were a bit down. Right, D-kits next. I don't know where the thing is, but it's going to find D-kits. Probe. Ah, you're over there. And it was D-kits. Yay, so construction kit D. We've found 100 units of whatever that is. Don't know what that is, but I'm sure the game will explain. And then the final pile of space junk that we're interested in is going to be some food. It's going to be some sandwiches, some biscuits. It's going to be wonderful. Right, we found some food rations. And we've completed the mission objective. This is wonderful. Okay, we found 30 bits of food. Okay, right, hang on. Hi, Henry. How are you? Yeah, we found some food and stuff. It's looking pretty good. Okay, so what do you say for yourself? Well, you are indeed lucky. Yeah, I wouldn't say we're that lucky. We're stranded in space next to a terrifying wormhole that just killed loads of people. But okay, fun, I suppose. It depends on your definition of lucky. It looks like there are plenty of useful resources. I didn't want to tell you, because I thought we could handle it ourselves, but we have a serious problem here. The condition of most of our crew is poor. Fractures, injuries, burns. We can assemble a med bay and help them, but so far we have just bandages and analgesics. Okay, that's not brilliant, is it? That's enough for now. Can you put a docking bay? We will send all the injured people to you. We'll do it as quickly as possible. Okay, so now we need to build ourselves a docking bay. So imagine a little thing will appear. There we go. So we need med bay, and we need medical station in the med bay, and then we need a docking bay as well. Okay, well, how about that's a docking bay and that's a med bay. So the med bay, I think it would make sense to put the med bay as near to the in fact, no, do you want the docking station there? We possibly want the docking station there, so you can come straight in here. That would make sense. Press R to rotate. Oh, there we go. Yeah, so if we just get the docking station in just there, and then people can just come straight in into the middle and get to where they need to go. And then the med bay can go here, I would say. Let's put the med bay just there. Yeah, that long sticky out bit is actually a bit rubbish, isn't it? In hindsight, that was a mistake. Never mind. Right, and then we'll put the med bay just there. So let's build the med bay as well. Okay, so our 2 technicians will float around in space and get that sorted. Let's move time on nice and fast. So docking bay looks complete. We have put a lot of... What are they? I assume we can't build there anymore. Looks like little sort of floaty space beacons or something. But okay, that's fine. Yeah, people are going to choke to death in there. We might possibly need to sort out some oxygen. Oh, and they're in there. Right, we need another one of those. How's the battery looking? Oh, the battery's not looking wonderful. Oh, hang on. But yes, it was night time. So the battery should hopefully be topping itself up a bit. But we might need another one of these things. Because we can have air in the med bay over here, but we can't have air in the docking bay. Which is probably not a good thing. Yeah, we'll try and sort that out. Maybe we will get... oh no, but I think, hang on. 18 power is being used and we're getting 26. Right, we're going to have to get, so let's go to devices. We're going to need another ELD device. So pop another one of those into there, please. Get that done. Oh, there you go, you're on it. You're on it already. And then, right, hang on. And then, oh, there's the med bay. Okay, medical devices. Yeah, we can install that. 4 of them. That's kind of a common theme. Do not forget to connect heat and oxygen. Yep, otherwise people are going to be a bit dead. Right, you are. Okay, hang on. I'm on it. Right, pause time, game. Pause time. So now we've got ourselves. This one here is only connected to that bit. So how about we say we'd like oxygen in the sort of entry bay, in the docking bay, and we would like some heat. So get some heat over in the docking bay. So you come in and it's a pleasant welcome. You don't go, hey, we're at this wonderful new space station. My goodness, I'm freezing to death and I'm suffocating to death. This is a terrible place. You come in and it's nice. Yeah, it's not brilliant, but it's better than, dying a bit. So then we've got that. And then when the new one is in, we're going to have to connect that up. So I think they were working on it, weren't they? They were getting it sorted. There we go. Right, so that's now in. So we can connect that up with heat to the med bay. We can connect that up with oxygen to the med bay. And then we need to connect it up with logistics to the middle. And then we're going to need power going from that. Oh, hang on. I don't think it's got... Hang on. Move time on. I think it needs a logistics blip to come out to it. Is that the one? Boop. So now it's in. So I think now we can connect it with power. Yeah, I think the logistics thing... I assume that's like plugging it into the network, so they know it's there. So now that should be generating stuff for the med bay. The only thing is, I'm wondering if we're burning through our power a little bit quickly, particularly at night time. I suspect maybe when it gets to night, we're going to run out of power. But okay, the med bay is looking, hang on a minute, in terms of temperature. Yeah, you're breathing heavily, and it's a bit cold, but now it's acceptable. Yes. Okay, right, we've connected all that kind of stuff up. Power is coming in nicely during the day, but I fear that at night time it's not going to be brilliant. What we might need is another one of those. Let's get another... go back there. Not that one. Not that one. Another one of those in. And we'll just put it right next to the other one. We'll just put it just there, please. Because we need another battery. I think we're not going to have enough power overnight to run all these things. And then... we need to go to here and we need to get ourselves a bit of a med bay. So medical station T1. Yeah, okay, so we need power. Again, good idea to get some more batteries in. And then a logistics connection. We'll put it there because why not? Right, and then just move time on nice and fast. They're just having a chat, I assume, are they? Can you go and do the work? We've got some very important stuff that we need to do. There we go, thank you. Right, so now you've finished... work on that. Not quite finished. There we go. So now the medical station is in. The device is for basic diagnosis of injuries or illnesses and simple treatment without surgery. Okay, so it's not advanced. It's essentially just a very fancy bed where we can peer at people and go, oh yeah, your leg's hanging off. Oh dear me, that's unfortunate. But yeah, you can cure a cold or an infection using drugs. You can apply bandages. So basic level stuff. Okay, so that thing is in. We've not powered it up yet. Henry's on the phone. Hello, Henry. Sorry, I'm very busy. I'm trying to build a space station. You keep interrupting. Hi, how are you? Are you ready for us to send over our injured crew? We'll fly them to you and then they can dock with the station. Wait a minute. We don't have anyone who could control medical equipment. Yeah, we've not got any doctors. We've not got any of that. Fortunately, there is a medic among the survivors. I'm sure he will be able to operate all of the equipment. Okay, so it says waiting for you. Little bit of a lie there. We're not actually ready because, yes, we've not connected things up. So that needs power, which... oh, is it going to have to come from there? It's going to have to come from that for now. So we'll... Oh, hang on. No. It can't do power, can it? It needs the logistics connection first, it seems. So logistics connection in. Then, can we do power now? Can we connect it up now? Yeah, it just needs logistics first. Okay, that's fine. So now that thing has power. But what we're going to do is, over there, we are going to build ourselves another battery. Because I'm a little bit paranoid that we're going to run out of power. So how about we just get another battery, pop it into there. That's all wonderful. Okay, good. This is all looking fine. It's all looking fine. But where's the ship coming in? Because this should be quite exciting. The docking bay is reserved. So I assume you're the tech. Are you going to go and help? You're going to go and get them in? Okay, what's that? What's that there? Is that the sun? I mean, here's a big ship. This looks good, I think. Don't crash into us. There's already been enough crashing as it is. Right, so they're going to now try and connect to us. Right, be careful. Be careful. Be very, very gentle. Right, we've got the battery in. That's fine. Right a bit. Left a bit. Stop. There we go. Right, so successfully docked. They're going to be nice and happy when they walk in here because they're going to come in here and go, oh, it's lovely. Isn't it nice in here? The temperature is lovely and I can breathe. This is wonderful. Oh, my goodness me. There's an awful lot of people. Some of them are hobbling around. Okay, right. Maybe we need more than one medical bed. I didn't know there was going to be quite that many people. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Don't switch the boosters on or you will kill us all. No, it's all fine. Yeah, I didn't realise there were quite so many injured people. I'm possibly... Oh, no, not research trade. I didn't mean to press that. Possibly another medical bed thingy might be quite useful. Given that there's loads of injured people, get another one of those in. Another medical station tier 1 is not going to be a bad thing. But here we go. We've got one person who's been scanned and they've got a fracture and we're just going to bandage it up. We're just going to bandage the thing up. There we go. And boop. Sorted. Right, so that person is okay as they're going to be. That's fine. So we need to treat all 7 people. Oh my goodness me. Right, let's get this thing connected up. So let's go to the logistics layer and let's connect that up to there. And then in terms of power, let's take power from that one. Power from that. And then we'll plug that into the solar panels in a second. Right, hang on a second. So we'll get power going from there. Pop that over into that one there, which is good. And yeah, we can see a little bit of power going in. So that's fine. But that's just going to deplete. That's not getting any power coming in. So now what we need to do is say you connect, oh hang on, connect to there. There we go. So now the batteries are sharing the power from the solar panels. I mean, do we need 2 lots of solar panels possibly as well? I'm not entirely sure. We'll muddle through. We'll be okay. Right, so we've got more injured people hobbling around. No patience. Right, move time on super quick. Let's get everybody dealt with. So you're having a look over here. Now, of course, you've only got one. I've got 2 doctors. We've got 2 doctors. So we can deal with 2 people at the same time. Look at this. This is medical efficiency right here. Okay, so yeah, they're all sort of wandering about. We've treated 5 people. You've got a fracture, I imagine. Yeah, get off your leg then. Don't just stand there doing the... What are you doing? The Macarena or something. I don't know what that was. Okay, here we go. 2 more people. Bandage and bandage. Mission objective complete. We have cured some people. Go us. Okay, now what? Yep, Henry's on the phone. Hi, Henry. How are you? Are you having a nice day? We're having a lovely day over here. Well, how's it going? Did everyone get the medical help they need? Yes, everything is okay. We got to them in time. Thank God, people are the most important thing. We decided that staying in this location is a bad idea. We need to disassemble and move the station to another location. Only then can we start to examine the wreckage. Okay, why, Henry? What is going on? We are still too close to the wormhole. Its radiation greatly weakens the structural strength of the station. After a while, it just falls apart. Oh, great. Please start disassembling the modules while we prepare for towing the hub. Oh, so we've built all this stuff and now we're just going to take it apart. Oh, Henry, you're breaking my heart here. Okay, right, so dismantle the devices and dismantle the modules. Okay, fine, we'll do that then. Okay, right, so yeah, just take it apart. And a technician goes and does it. And yeah, what do? You get 50% of the construction kits of the full price. Okay, so we get some stuff back. We can't get everything back. We get a little bit back. Okay, well, let's start over here. Oh, no, we can't do that because somebody's using it. Hang on a second. Can you not use it? Andrea Green is using this. Can we turn the power off on that then? Turn the power off. And then, yeah, dismount that. So, yes. And then dismount that. Yes. That thing, turn it off and dismount that. So that's going to take those things apart down here. And then we'll take... Then we can take that apart. That's fine. So we can take all these bits and bobs apart. So move time on a bit quick. Let's get somebody in here to hit it with a hammer. It's all fine. Right, so unplug that. Are you injured? No, you're just sort of standing around. Okay, so now we take that one apart. And then we can take this entire medical module thing apart. So dismount that. Yes. Somebody takes that apart. That also needs to be dismounted. Somebody could go and take that apart. Ah, there's no air in there. Of course, we didn't connect that one up. Okay, that's fine. So now we take that apart. Wonderful. Then we dismount that. Yes, please. Then we can take that. Okay, we need to get this done first. We take that apart first. Okay, right, hang on. Move time on nice and fast because this is just going to take ages. Because they're going to take an awfully long time dismantling these things. Take that apart. So yeah, get rid of that. Then we're going to need to get rid of this. And then that, I suppose. I don't know. They can get rid of the hanger. Then I think we need to get rid of all of this. So dismount that. Dismount that. Yes. Dismount that thing, please. And then dismount that thing just there. And then when all that's done, you can take this bit apart. We can also now take down the... Why can't I click on this? Click on that. Dismount that. Yes. And then dismount that. Okay, this is intriguing. We're just taking the entire thing apart and they're going to tow the middle bit around. Because I guess they can't tow the full thing around because it's too heavy or whatever. Okay, so get rid of this bit. And then get rid of that bit, I suppose. So yeah, we get rid of the docking bay. And then they can just, pull us around a bit. We could just hitch a lift. I mean, we have got quite a lot of injured people still. It'd be nice if we could do this a little bit quicker and then get the med bay back online. But yeah, I think now the docking bay is going. And then we'll see where we end up. I mean, this bit of space looks like the other bits of space, but, Chappie knows what he's doing. Right, so mission objective done. I'm expecting a call from Henry. Hi, Henry. We've taken apart the thing we just built. Hope you're happy with that. Right, so what are you saying? Excellent. Looks like we're ready to tow. Found a safe place to assemble a new station. The wormhole will be in direct line of sight and there'll be no problems with communication. Okay, great. Let us begin. And I imagine that ends that particular mission. Oh, there we go. Mission complete. That is very intriguing. Okay, right, so we're done. That job is done, but then we're going to build a station. We've packed it away. And then we're going to move somewhere else. Okay, fine, Henry, if that's what you want to do, you're the one in charge. You've got the big boy pants on. And there we can see that with the arrival mission complete, which was the one that we just did, it's now unlocked the next one, which is scrap metal. That says, the survivors managed to assemble a small station and repair one of the cargo ships. With it, they plan to inspect the wreckage of the mothership. Perhaps there are useful resources and details to assemble a module to establish communication with the Earth. So there you go. That's going to be sort of, scavenging around in amidst all the broken bits of our ships that didn't quite make it through the wormhole to try and find useful bits and bobs. But there we go. I think what we'll do is we will finish things up with base 1 for now, because I think we have had a good look at the game. We kind of get a good idea of what it's about from this level here. And I'm surprised at the amount of micromanaging there is. But, that's not a bad thing. It was quite good. It's balancing out all your resources. So, connecting up all the rooms, they've got oxygen and you've got power and you have to provide power to the machines and you connect things up to the hub and all that kind of stuff. I was surprised at that kind of connectivity sort of layer. But of course, yeah, there's characters in there. You've got characters, you've got various sort of named people wandering about, and you've got other stuff to build. We only saw a limited set of things, but I think there's a whole load of production things in there because at some point you go and mine asteroids and get stuff out of those and stuff. So yeah, there's quite a bit going on in base 1, but I think we've had a good look at it. We've got an idea of what it's all about. And I imagine scrap metal is going to be sort of more of the same sort of thing, with just extra little bits and bobs just given to us, more machines, refineries and production machines and all that kind of stuff. So yes, I think we'll finish up for now. Hopefully, however, you have enjoyed this. If you have, please do leave a like. That would be very, very lovely indeed. And also, if you're not already, please do subscribe to keep up to date with all the other bits and bobs that we get up to in the Geek Cupboard. But for now, thank you very much for joining me in the Geek Cupboard, and I will see you next time. I just want to point out the danger of blasting fire into the face of somebody who has not got any kind of headgear on. Let's suppress the pants off that thing. I always knew hiding on a park bench would be no good. Oh no, it's a terrifying disc thing. The aliens shoot him with such force that he loses his hair, which is just ridiculous.